Some homes here in Lakewood Ranch, they are selling fast in 2025. Others, they are sitting on the market for months collecting dust. And here's the crazy part. It's not just homes that need updating. It's not just the overpriced ones. I'm talking about the homes that look great that are still not selling. So what's really going on? My name is Adam Miller. I'm with the 941 Lifestyle Group. I work and I live right here in Lakewood Ranch. And in today's video, I'm going to walk you through what is causing these homes not to sell and what you can do to make sure that your home is not one of them. And I'm going to give you the harsh truth that most real estate agents don't want to tell you because they're afraid that you don't want to hear it. And honestly, if you were thinking about selling your home this year, you need to hear the truth because the way you approach the real estate market in 2025 is nothing like it was even 2-3 years ago. And let's start with the obvious. We are not in the 2020 market real estate frenzy like we were. Buyers are not lining up. You're not getting multiple offers with all the contingency waves. Those days, they are gone. So fast forward today, there's more inventory. Buyers are way more cautious. Many are coming from out of state and they have a home to sell first. And they're looking at brand new construction that comes with builder incentives, rate buy downs, closing cost credits, even free upgrades. It is tough as a resale homeowner to compete with those. And that means that your home has competition on two fronts, resale homes and brand new construction. And if you don't understand how that changes your pricing and your marketing strategies, you are in trouble right from the very start. And here's the biggest reasons that homes are not selling. Are you ready for this? The agent and the seller, they start off with the wrong number. We see it happen all the time. The seller says, I want X dollar amount for my home, and then they choose the agent who agrees with that price. And it feels good at the moment. They're telling you exactly what you want to hear. But here's the problem. The market decides the value, not me, not you, not your neighbor who sold their home in 2022. So when you start too high, here's what happens. You get fewer showings right out the gate. Buyers compare your home to other homes in the same price range, and they think, hey, this doesn't stack up. Weeks go by, and that initial rush of interest, it is gone. And then come the price drops. One after the other until you're below where you could have sold if you started right from day one. Just think of those first weeks on the market like fishing in a lake that has just been stocked. It is filled with just hungry fish. That is when the most serious and most motivated buyers, that's when they're circling. They've been watching the market every day. They've been pre-approved. They are waiting patiently to find that one house they're ready to pull the trigger on. They're waiting for the right home to hit the market. And if you come out priced too high in that window, you are basically throwing out bait that they are not interested in. And they swim right past you. And here's the scary part, you rarely ever get them back. And by the time you finally drop your price to where it should have been from the start, those buyers, they're long gone. And now you're left in the second phase of the marketing cycle, and that is waiting. And you're waiting for those buyers, and those buyers, they are not as motivated. And they've watched and they've seen all your price adjustments, maybe once, maybe multiple times, and now they're asking themselves the worst thing that you want to hear as a homeowner, what's wrong with the house? And that's when the real damage happens because price adjustments don't just lower the value, they lower the perceived value. Let me say that again. It doesn't just lower your asking price, it lowers the perceived value. You don't want that. And you go from new and exciting to stale and negotiable in just a matter of a few weeks. And once you're in that category, every offer that you get, if you get an offer, they're gonna come in lower and lower because at this point, buyers know that you're probably desperate. Overpricing isn't just a bad idea in 2025. It's a surefire way to hand buyers the upper hand before you even had the opportunity to negotiate. So we hear this all the time. So if overpricing is so dangerous, why do we see so many homes on Lakewood Ranch start off priced way too high? Here's the uncomfortable answer. Because some agents, not all agents, some agents will let you do that. In fact, some agents count on it. In fact, some of those agents have this as their business model. It's called buying the listing. They walk into your home, they agree on whatever price that you have already decided, even if they know the data says otherwise, just to get your listing. Why? Because they know that once your house is on the market and you have no offers, that you're eventually going to agree to a price adjustment. And by then, you're already locked into a contract with them. And in today's real estate market, with prices high and with interest rates high, buyers are hard to come by. And so these agents know very well that they're going to get the phone calls from their sign in the yard. They're going to get the phone calls from Zillow and from Realtor.com and Trulia and all those other home sites. It is a strategy that works for them, but it is brutal for you. And it is one of my biggest frustrations in my 12 years of working in the real estate business. And here's the issue. You burn your strongest window of buyer interest in the first 2 or 3 weeks. You are forced into multiple price drops that make your listing look weak. And then you lose leverage and buyers sense your desperation. And here's the kicker. Some real estate agents are counting on the fact that you don't realize just how damaging that could be in the 2025 real estate market. And they are betting that you will trust them because they told you exactly what you wanted to hear. But trust me, the market does not care what you want for your house. It only cares about what buyers are willing to pay right now in today's market. And the longer you fight that reality, the more money you wind up losing. Are you ready for this? This is something that I learned many years ago and it has stuck with me since. A good real estate agents, and there are a few of them, believe it or not, even though there's 10,000 real estate agents in our market, a good agent would rather lose the listing by telling you the truth than to win the listing by telling you whatever you want to hear. And in this real estate market, the market we are currently in, if your real estate agent is not willing to have that uncomfortable conversation with you before the sign even goes in the yard, you've chosen the wrong real estate agent already. And this is where we separate ourselves from the 80% of the agents that you're gonna meet. So we use professional photography that stops the scroll. Buyers, they are swiping past dozens and dozens of listings on their phone every single day. If your home doesn't grab them instantly, it is gone. So we use composition, lighting, angles to make them pause and to click. We use targeted digital ads. As you know, most of the buyers, they're not even in Lakewood Ranch. They're in New York, in Chicago, in Boston, maybe even California. They are dreaming of moving here. So we put your home in front of them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, TikTok, and we do it intentionally, targeting people actively researching a move to Florida. Now, we're the 941 Lifestyle Group. That name is intentional because at the end of the day, people are not just buying a house, they're buying a lifestyle. We market the life that your home offers. Dinner on the lanai, morning coffee on the porch, golf cart rides to the clubhouse. We sell the intangibles that brand new construction cannot deliver, and that's what gets buyers to pay a premium. And we use a precision pricing strategy. This is not guessing. This is not telling you what you want to hear. We use hyper local data, not just Lakewood Ranch, but your specific village, your lot location, your upgrades to position your home right where it gets attention and generates urgency. And the results, your home stands out. The buyers see it, the buyers remember it, the buyers talk about it. And that is exactly what leads to faster offers, stronger offers, and a smoother sale, even in a market as challenging as this one. So if you're interviewing real estate agents right now, you should be asking questions that go way beyond, hey, what's your commission? And if I'm being honest, here's where most sellers miss the mark. They focus on price and personality instead of focusing on strategy. And in 2025's Lakewood Ranch real estate market, the wrong strategy could cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Ask them questions like, how are you gonna position my home against brand new construction? Because if they don't have a real plan for competing with builder incentives, glossy model homes, and move-in ready perks, you are already at a disadvantage. What is your plan to get out-of-state buyers to see my listing? Because if they say they put it on the multiple listing service and they market it on social media, they really don't have a plan. Can I share something with you really quick? We have closed about $26 million in real estate transactions from our YouTube channel. Let me say that again. We have closed about $26 million in real estate transactions from our YouTube channel. It is the #1 way that we find buyers for our sellers and sellers for our buyers. YouTube, it is owned by Google. Those are the two biggest search engines in the entire world. I will put the links in the description down below to 2 of our channels so you can see exactly what we are doing differently. And I will tell you, there are about 10,000 real estate agents in Sarasota and Manatee County, and I can count on 2 hands how many real estate agents have a YouTube channel that are doing videos consistently. Here's another great question. What is your pricing strategy based on? You want to see the data. You physically want to see the data. A real estate agent should be able to come in with a ton of documentation to show you what homes like yours should sell for in this market. And I love this next question because I know what we do differently compared to what other real estate agents do or don't do. How will you make my listing look and feel different than everything else out there? I love that one. Because buyers are not just comparing your home to other resale homes, they are scrolling through dozens of options every single day. And if you look like everybody else, you just disappear. And if these real estate agents cannot answer those questions with specifics and clarity and confidence, it's already a red flag. And in this market, the wrong choice doesn't just mean a slower sale, it means months of stress, price reductions that chip away at your equity, and buyers wondering what is wrong with that place before they even walk through the door. Here's the bottom line. In 2025, Lakewood Ranch homes are not just selling because they're listed in the multiple listing service. They're selling because they're priced right, marketed creatively, and positioned to win against every other option buyers have, including brand new builds. If you want to talk about how to make your home one of the ones that sells and not ones that sit on the market, I'd love to have a conversation with you. My name is Adam Miller with the 941 Lifestyle Group. I live here in Lakewood Ranch. I work here in Lakewood Ranch. You can scan this QR code. I'll put a link in the description down below. Schedule a 15-minute discovery call. Let's find out what it's going to take to sell your home in today's competing market. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, everyone.